Hello! We're filming. Happy Monday from Cape Town, South Africa. It's good to be back. Like I mentioned last week, I've not been back in 7 years. And can I just say, like, you forget how big Africa, the continent, is, because the time it takes to cross the Atlantic is the same time it might take to go from Morocco to South Africa. Like, it feels like you're crossing an ocean just to get from the tip of the continent to the south. And Cape Town is right on the coast, so you're literally at the bottom of the continent. But I am recording on my Sony a7R III. I think now that I'm gonna be on the road and I brought this different type of lens with me, I'm gonna try just putting in a little more effort. I think it's easy when you've been doing anything for so long, blogging, writing, vlogging, like whatever. Sorry, I said blogging and then vlogging. It's easy to get lazy at your craft when it's not for work or it's not for money. And I know I'm doing this YouTube diary thing as like a hobby, but I still want to be able to look back and be proud of the work I put out. So I am going to be trying a little bit more to just raise the effort. And this is across the board. I've been talking a lot about my social presence and how I'm optimizing it one platform at a time. And yeah, I want to be able to like look back and see like artful, creative work. And I think what's also inspired this is the fact that I'm collaborating with a couple creatives here in Cape Town who their process and our pre-production meetings, I'm just like, oh, I forgot the magic of creating, especially when you're in collaboration with other people who love what they do. Like it's a fun thing to create magic and something new for yourself. So that's what this is about. Hopefully the audio is okay though, because the wind is really strong. So right now, Cape Town is ending its winter, or I guess this southern hemisphere, any country south of the equator. We're transitioning into spring, but it's still very much kind of winter, windy-ish. I don't know if you could see, but we have the ocean here, and then we have Table Mountain here. And yeah, it's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If you are like wanting a specific neighborhood to stay in, if you are visiting Cape Town soon, I like Camps Bay and Clifton. I think those two areas, beautiful views, safe, and I think, yeah, you're gonna be in proximity to like really nice hikes and not too far from the colorful Bocop neighborhood for the photos. Okay, so I'm here, like I mentioned, for my Nicheless Ninjas Mastermind. It has been a 10-month program where I've taken people who have these personal brands who are nicheless like myself, but they want to reinvent and recreate how they show up online. They want us to create a new service, a new offer, or just introduce themselves to their audience in a completely different way. A lot of that looked like restructuring some of their programs, renaming it, sunsetting and archiving some of the things they did in the past and bringing it into a new service or offer with a new name. And a lot of that process is like for me, it's very fun and it's very creative, but for you, I want it to be something where you are constantly approaching your work like you are a musician, you are an artist, you are someone that's making music, and every now and then you can re-release a song with a remix and feature a new artist and update the vocals, and it's just, you get to play. And I always want entrepreneurs to see the play in their work so that it's not just a paycheck. Because if you want to create a job for yourself, that's fine, but I think most entrepreneurs start a business because they want that time freedom and options in general. So if you are just creating, and if it's just another job that you hate, you might as well work for someone else because that's actually easier. So yeah, anyways, I just wanted to share that. But yeah, I'll be here in South Africa for a week. We have like the usual helicopter ride and just like really fun stuff that I think is a beautiful thing to do when you're in a group. I don't normally like to do like solo activities where like a helicopter ride, it's just more fun when you're in a group to do it. And all of these people, like, they can afford to do helicopter rides on their own if they wanted, but there's something about showing up to a country and having it like booked for you and just coming with like not touching your wallet and being treated. And that's something that it's a big part of like how I run my business, is that I don't want, it's interesting because there's some ways that you can do it is you can line item the cost of everything, and people can see, okay, that cost is this, that cost is that. Or you can say you pay this one fee and it is all inclusive of everything. And that all-inclusive energy and feeling allows people to just like rest and not have any hidden fees or small fine print that they didn't get a chance to read. And I'm not here to trick people into like, oh, you gotta actually pay for that yourself. And I know that not everyone runs their business that way. And like, oh, well, how do you make profit, Glow? It's like you put all of the fees into the actual cost. So yeah, the reason my services are, I don't want to say not affordable, because I have many clients and I've served thousands of clients over the years, so people can pay for it, but you're investing in an elite program, service, offer. It is something that is high touch, it's boutique, it's white glove, it's you're investing in the experience, and you're also investing in the community, because I do believe that you are a reflection of who you attract. So if you're attracting people that are kind, generous, cool, interesting, it shows that you're showing up that way on the internet. So a lot of times people want to meet kind, interesting, cool, generous people. So they know that investing in my program isn't just access to me, it's access to my community of other cool people. So that is something that's like very intentional, and it's why I have no desire to like blow up, go viral again. Like, I'm very conscious about my growth and how I'm doing it and the content that I put out there and who it attracts. There are so many gimmicks that I could have like fallen for that would have gotten me an audience of just I don't know what to call it. Like, a cheap and easy audience are people that are literally just there to consume. There is no energy exchange. There is no respect for what you do. You exist to serve them. And they very much give that energy by the way they comment and show up in your on your feed, in your space. So I'm mindful to not attract people like that. I know the sun is setting behind me, but I hope you can still see me pretty well. Maybe I want to like shift the camera as the sun is like this way. Well, we'll wrap up soon. Okay, so after that, then we have some couple of trips. I think by the time December comes, I'll be like, okay, so we did it. I don't know how we managed to squeeze so many things in, but we have a couple friends that we actually might be joining them in a country for an event, and we're like, can we pull that off? And at this point we're like, let's try. So every week I'm still figuring out what my schedule is. God bless. But yeah, other than that, I'm really looking forward to receiving the photos and videos from a shoot that I did. And yeah, I haven't done it as intentionally, but like when I travel now, because it's so common and I don't want to say it's lost the novelty, because I still really love travel and I don't think I'll ever get tired of it. But sometimes when I'm traveling for a specific reason, I might not, set up my tripod and stage a photo and like, vlog the experience. I might just like literally be there for the event and then I leave. And I'll take some iPhone videos and maybe I'll post it, maybe I won't. But now I'm trying to get back into capturing travel content that I'm like proud to like post. And when you're capturing with the intent to post, I think you are just a lot more creative with how you are storytelling. And I joined a couple new programs about like video creation, and just like storyboarding. So even as a 2-decade plus like writer and blogger, I'm still investing in storytelling and how to craft my message better and different ways that I can deliver my words and my messages. And even going back into like my poetic past, like the times where I used to like write very soulful things that reflected how I felt in a season or chapter of my life, I'm ready to go back to that type of content. and put it out there in the world again. So it's scary and it's vulnerable because it's not, it has nothing to do with anyone else. It's literally just creative expression. And I think when you're creating from that place, you, as a consequence, you actually liberate people and you really do touch and heal them. So yeah, we'll see what happens from that. Yeah, I guess, yeah, this might be a shorter one. I'm at a loss for words. Yeah, I have Bali's coming up. I have a mastermind in Bali. Really excited about that. I also have a couple VIP weekends in Bali. And just to give context, what I usually do is if I know I'm going to be in a country because I am hosting an event, retreat, or mastermind there, then I'll reach out to past clients or whoever's on my current roster, because I take a handful of private clients per month for like quarterly retainers. And I'll see if it aligns for them to do like a crash course like session. And a VIP weekend with me is like, I've done them in 6 countries now. Sometimes I let the client pick the country. Sometimes I tell them Bali is where I'll be, and so they would have to fly to Bali. They would have to fly to Bali. Sucks for them. And usually Bali is like, most people either haven't been to Bali yet or they've been wanting to go back. So it's really easy to sell Bali. So yeah, I have a couple that are happening in a few weeks. It's crazy. And I'm really excited because what I love about VIP weekends is when you think about the type of detail, attention, strategy, creativity that comes from just like several hours of just only working on you and your business. And here's kind of how it goes. It's over a Friday and Saturday, or it could be during the week, but weekend. What we do the first day is all about strategy, and the second day is all about creativity. So the first day with strategy is I always rent this like big whiteboard so we can really like mind map, brainstorm, and brain dump all the ideas and things that you want to do. We talk about like what you're currently prioritizing, mindset that's currently lacking, but like what are the actual blocks and ways that we can shortcut it. You can't really take away a fear just by like stating an affirmation. So what are ways that we can unpack that fear, move through it, and then like create a strategy to like almost like pretend it doesn't exist. So we're like unpacking fears, unpacking current business models, unpacking income, and then creating a new business model, creating a new offer, creating a new service. And literally for those like 2 days, 48 hours, you're like taking my brain and you're just creating with it. All of the ways that I've been able to make money, I basically give that to the person. But we make it about their business and we make it about what they want to do and who they want to serve. So it's a lot of numbers. It's a lot of detail. It's a lot of like curriculum development, product development, a lot of thinking, a lot of words, lots of brainstorming, lots of just blah, 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 blah. It's intense. It should be called a boot camp, but it is intense. And so we have a luxury villa. So obviously there's a massage, in-house massage. We have a private chef. And then the second day, they pick an activity. Usually everyone picks a helicopter ride in Bali. So we do that. And same thing, they have a couple other excursions like waterfall or Bali swing. And they pick between that depending on the time. And then the second day is all about creativity. So now I hire a photographer and videographer. So you are getting updated headshots, brand shots. Maybe you're working to release a new website or your personal brand. You just need updated default pictures. We do that. And then the cinematographer that I hire, we work to retell your story. So a lot of the strategy day, we're talking about like who you want to be and how you want to help people. And so now we're creating this cinematic art piece that allows you to like literally have a marketing video to broadcast and post to sell the thing that you just created the day before. And a lot of times you might think like, oh, well, I need 3 months to be able to create the thing before I can market it. And it's like, no, sometimes you need to market, get the feedback and see if it's something that's actually needed or wanted by your community, and then you build it. And that way is so much safer as well, because when you get validated that like, oh my gosh, yes, I want that thing that you are talking about, it's so much easier for you to be like, oh, okay, yes, I'm excited to like work on it. Okay, I'm like a little bit, I'm gonna do my best. I don't know that that's any better. Sorry, y'all. You're getting me in real time. Okay. I think if I just do that. Okay. I don't know how much better that is. Okay. It's good enough. We're wrapping up. But look at Table Mountain. My sense of direction is very off. Okay, see you. Yeah, oh, actually that's the best part of the view probably, is that leaf. Okay, so yeah, so that part is really exciting. And again, it's creating the thing that like, why didn't someone offer this when I needed this type of help? There weren't, and here's the thing, this is not like to say anything about the industry, but it's like, it's sometimes so hard to find exactly what you need, because everyone is doing the same thing and serving the same way and selling the same funnel and marketing strategy. And it's at some point you have to look and say, who's out here doing something different? And like, go to them. Like, it doesn't even have to be me, but like, go to the person who's just doing something different, because chances are they like respect the work. And you need to find someone who respects the work to learn from them. Because if you are learning from someone who everything is I don't want to say a hack, but like at some point you do have to learn a skill. You cannot shortcut the process of skill development, because you do need it. AI cannot be your entire life and business strategy. And unfortunately, I think that's like the belief right now. And when you do that, you become so reliant on AI that, you know, God forbid it goes down or something happens, like you no longer can think for yourself anymore. And I think, I don't know, like if you look at, I don't have an example at the top of my head, but I want more people, entrepreneurs, to respect the work. Because when you earn what you have, when you earn what you want, the respect that you have for yourself, the love that you have for yourself, the sustainability, the longevity of your career, it's so much longer because you knew what it took to get there. But if everything is handed to you, if everything comes easy, you don't respect the process, and you probably will self-sabotage it, because you will feel like you don't deserve it because you didn't actually earn it. So do the work, but love the work, appreciate the work, respect the work, because it creates a beautiful work ethic, character, and discipline in yourself. And that is something that you'll have for life. My lash was like, that whole spiel. I might have looked crazy because my lash was like, you gonna get that message out, but I'm gonna let you know who boss. Okay, what am I gonna eat? Oh, let me talk about Cape Town for a second. Okay, so y'all, listen, okay. It is not a surprise that Cape Town, South Africa in general, the segregation is like worse than I don't know if there's another country. No, there is Brazil. Brazil and South Africa, interestingly enough, they are both like southern countries of their continents. They both, I mean, their segregation is so apparent that it's like, I got off the plane, and this is a natural thing. Again, I'm so, in many ways, blessed to be Nigerian. So blessed to be Nigerian. Nigerian blood, American raised. So some of the things culturally in that, golly, what is Nigerian culture? You just greet your elders. If you see someone older than you, you don't have to know them. They don't have to be looking at you. You say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is just, as a kid, you would get in the mouth if you didn't greet your parents, your relatives, anybody that was, in the room as you walked in. Anyways, I get off the plane and I see like 4 or 5 elders, and one at a time, good evening, good evening, good evening. And I give them a very warm smile. And before greeting them, there was just this blankness. There was this emptiness almost. And I noticed at the airport, every worker was black. So black South African. But here, of course, they use the word colored. In the US, we know that colored is a dated term. But here, colored is very normal and accepted and widely used. So please understand that context. Anyways, everyone in the airport is colored. And I was in the immigration line, and there was a tall, like, so, yes, tall white South African. And he was trying to, there's like 10 lines for your passport stamp. And I don't know what happened in his line, but someone was taking too long. So he just cuts in front of mine. And when I tell you, God has worked on me. Listen, I cannot, okay, this is it's gonna piss me off. Ugh. Okay, that's good enough. God has worked on me. I'm still a work in progress, but God has done miracles with me. So in situations where I'm invisible, and it's very like, I own this place, I run this place. He gave off energy of like, he just owns this place. And I'm like, and I had the same like, okay, like no issues. And black South African, or colored South African sees, and he says, sir, please, or can I see, can I do the accent? Sir, please, no. Or thank you. Okay, this is gonna be cringe. South Africa. Okay, sir, can you please? It's like the Afrikaans accent, or not Afrikaans, the South African accent is like Indian and German and Australian. That's what it sounds like to me. And I'm always trying to think of like, it talk like this. That's a very bad accent. I'm so sorry if you're South African watching. But African, South Africa, and yes, sir, if you can't do that. No, that's German. What? Okay, we're gonna stop. So, black South Africans like, sir, please, like, this woman is here. Oh, why would she go in front of me? Wow, why would I let her? And I was just like, yo, they're so bold with it. Like, you can't be American racist. Like, I know the US got its issues, but you can't be American level racist in South Africa. But wow, why would she go in front of me? Wow, what do you mean? I'm here. There's no way I'm like, literally like unfazed. And airport worker was like, sis, he was literally like, don't pay them any mind. And there's just something like, the very first time I came here 7 years ago, I just remember so many of them saying, welcome home. And even in the airport, welcome to the mother city. That feeling, like South Africa truly feels like it's a motherland in itself. The continent of Africa is the motherland, but South Africa feels like a mother city. Cape Town feels like a mother city. Johannesburg is, listen, if you're wanting a black experience in South Africa, go to Johannesburg. For this situation, because the event is in Cape Town, I'm not able to go to Joburg. But yeah, so it's just so many subtle reminders that like, yo, white people run this country. Like, they run this city. Like, the white South Africans run Cape Town. And I was posting on the internet, like, what are some black black-owned small businesses in Cape Town that I could support? Because I was just so, triggered isn't even the word, like inspired to just like double down on the ways that I could support black business owners here. So yeah, that was that. And then just like driving to get to my Airbnb, there was so many like people walking on the street, and they were black South African But many of them were dressed like they were like house workers or like cleaners. And yeah, it just, in the US, no matter what the city is, you're gonna see Black people doing well. And I love that that is like, it's no longer a surprise to see a Black person who is successful. Although there are still many ways they're trying to discount and discredit the ways that we work and the many ways we have had to like come from a deficit just to get to the starting line. Yeah, here I just don't feel that same level of like respect for colored South Africans, or that they feel like they're, and even when I'm being like overly like, you know, appreciative and I'm tipping well, and I can just see like there was just a sadness or an emptiness in some of the workers, and I'm just like, how do I, what can I do? Like this is, it's like sad to see. And then you land the descent into Cape Town's airport. You see the beautiful Lion's Head, Lion's Peak, Table Mountain, the gorgeous coast, beautiful Camps Bay, Clifton Homes, everything stunning. And then right as you're descending into the airport, all of these townships, all of these like, I'm just like, right by the airport. So you know that people landing, if you're coming in and out of this city, you are seeing this every single day, and y'all not doing anything about it. Government is not doing anything about it. Y'all don't feel called and inspired to help these people. Like it's just, sometimes you think about history, well, oh, apartheid, it's, you know, the history books sometimes can be generous with their dates and timelines, but it still feels very much like, I don't know. I've said enough. That's the thing about like traveling in your 20s versus 30s and up. Like your 20s, you're just trying to, you don't even, I don't think even think you're aware. And like, you know, you're probably in survival mode. You're fresh out of college. You're just trying to survive and do the bare minimum. So you're not also thinking about like just, you know, socioeconomics and politics and just the way things are in a country. You're just trying to have your tourist experience. But as I'm visiting countries for the second, third, even eighth time, I'm just like, man, it gets harder to enjoy it because I see and know too much. And I forget what that quote is, like something about like, you gotta be, to have a, I'm not even gonna butcher it. But I say all that to say, joy is a choice, and I will still continue to choose joy, even with the frustrations of what I see, even with the triggers that I encounter traveling while Black. I will still choose joy, and that is a form of resistance that I will continue to deploy. Okay, sorry to end on such a somber note, but that's all I got, y'all. Yeah, shout out. South Africa it's a beautiful country, and Cape Town is an incredible, like the view is unbelievable. It doesn't, oh yeah, that is actually nothing at all. You saw nothing. Okay, I feel like I should call it a day. All right, have a beautiful week, and I'll see you from another country next week. Wait, yes I will. Bye.